Welcome back to the Fixed Ops Roundtable. I'm Sarah Vantine here with Ted Ings. Today we are at Rohrman Automotive Group at Schaumburg Kia's big grand opening. And Ted, an important component of any operation is payments and how customers can have a frictionless experience.
Absolutely. We're so grateful to the Rohrman Automotive Group Schaumburg Kia to have us in. Julie Douglas is here from Dealer Pay. Julie, welcome to the
Pleasure to be.
All right. So, Julie, first question to you, our subject matter expert. How important is speed when it comes to payments, receivables, or reconciliation? And where do you see dealerships still losing time and money?
Sure. So it's a common thing, more in, more out, right? And they're using a payment solution that is slow or takes multiple steps. You're creating friction. So if you have a solution in place that has integrations, data, and is fasted, you're going to improve the customer experience and be able to be more cross.
Nick, your thoughts on that?
Absolutely. I mean, the days of walking up to the cashier and having a customer write out a check. I mean, I don't even have a checkbook anymore. I mean, they don't even carry cash. But offering a customer that seamless experience where they could get an invoice sent to them via text or email, review the invoice with the advisor if necessary, and then from there make a payment and come by and pick up their keys in their car and be on it per day. I wouldn't want anything less than that. So yourself, that makes a lot of sense, right?
And Ricky, as consumers, we all, we get to pay for things on our phone and all that. And, now that's worked its way to the dealership to blood.
Right. That people can do it now from their phone. We send the pay link on their phones. It's also goes right through accounting. Really easy to track.
And your perspective, those are blowing. This key, the Theos could do customer controls. Whether you send them a link, but you're handing them a card, and there's so many things that could happen from that. And when time takes over, then uncertainty sets in. And we've all been that, had to get our cards replaced and whatever else. And in today's time, when they tap it and it's done in a second and a half, we got to burn those things. A lot of times we're hanging antiquated equipment that simply takes forever. And look, my computer's catching up. Well, customers don't want to do those. So that creates those levels of uncertainty. We're trying to build trust. They don't lead to anything at all. Deteriorating results.
Julie, where do we see accounting and operational processes typically break down between service, carts, and the back office? And how have you created solutions to solve for them?
Sure. So I would say it's just lack of data. When dealers take transactions on standalone hardware, there's no associated customer number, RO number, customer information. So at the end of the day, when the controller or office manager comes to reconcile, she don't know or he don't know what transaction goes where. So it does create friction and it does take more time. So when there's an integration in place, like the dealer management system with the payment system that circles back to reconcile at the end of the day, I mean, office managers or controllers are saving 20, 30 hours a month. So it's a significant amount of time. So where dealers can really, improve these processes is look at your payment systems. I was talking the other day about it's like the office doesn't use the payment systems, but they're typically the decision makers. But the folks using the payment systems, my service advisors, cars manager, et cetera, they don't make the decisions. And I think that disconnect can often cause a little friction as well.
Nick and Ricky, one of the things that you've noticed here at Schaumburg Kia has been the intentionality when it comes to the transaction process from F&I to service and parts. Talk to us a little bit about some of the strategies that you implemented in construction of this building to make that payment experience a good, positive one.
So, it's a great question, DK. From the finance office, from the service office, from my parts counter, a customer can make a payment. We can take a deposit from any which transaction has to take place inside the store. We still have a cashier, and we still cater to the customers that want to still visit a cashier, this, that, and the other. But we created a process to where at the time of write up, we let the customer know that they're going to be getting a text message. Just give me our portal for communication. At the same token, they could receive their multiple inspections, their tech videos. But we always close them to let them know that when the vehicle is done, ready for pickup, you will receive your final invoice. You can go ahead and make your payment for an air. Our advisors had now see it's taking less effort now for our advisors. Now they're focusing on follow up with the customers, not so much, you know what I'm saying? Go over the whole invoice and they're doing it over the phone or do it by text, do it over email. It's worked tremendously here at the store because they weren't used to having that setup at the old location. So now we put the new store together and we got to lay it out so it flows best for our needs. So it's nothing but hard at all.
Yeah. Every portion where you have to take money, we can do it at every cart service at the finance office. We literally don't need a cashier. Although we keep our cashier, but she's been with us for getting more than I keep all. But it completely almost takes the banking process out. And it's all done at each department.
Well, as dealers as a whole, we hate to let go of controls. And it really holds us back from being able to truly grow and scale our business. And like our store, we are going to have over 1,000 transactions today. And I need some type of automation to reconcile that. It can't be a manual reconciliation all the time. So you have to we have so much technology now, but at dealers, we find so many different places to work around that technology and not leverage it. And that's, when it comes to cash flow, it's instrumental that we leverage the elements that allows us to reconcile. We need to be able to reconcile monads. No, because if there is an issue, you got to circle back to be a positive. So choose the technology that's available to us already and letting go of that control that is so that not sure that your accomplishment did the accomplishment.
Julie, one of the things that you taught me 3 or 4 years ago now is that that one of the last things, if not the last thing the customer remembers about the whole experience is the pain. Okay? And if it's full of friction, if it's full of wasted time, if it's full of questions and back and forth, that impacts the customer experience. So the question for you, Julie, how does the way a dealership handles payments, the timing and methods and transparency impact the overall customer experience?
Sure. So consumers are savvy. I mean, when we go to restaurants, when we go to hotels, they want a quick and seamless experience. If that is not the case and they're waiting because maybe a terminal's rebooting or the internet's not fast enough or whatever the case may be, just the concept of them waiting the whole experience becomes inconvenient. So, we've seen studies where, it can decrease a CSI score 10, 15 points. So, yes, I completely agree that needs to be fast, it needs to be efficient, and it needs to, be a way the customer wants to pay.
I mean, it's a thankless process. If the customer reflects in any part of that transaction, the tone of the transaction, and we fail. This should be self-seamless for them. It's not even a thought.
Tool like that, process delivery like that, inside the stores on one end, outside the store, a lot of customers shopping for parts, accessories, or they just received their invoice for service. More importantly, mobile service. We're in mobile. The last thing we're going to do is have our technicians sitting, waiting for a payment to go through because we can't get the payment quick enough. Now we're delaying the time getting to the next house that we have to visit or nice place of business. So, leaning into the tools and having technology support and actually cut that in bulk for, like you said, not like you said, but around those rights, don't hold that control over it and let the data and just whether it is built-in AI or the tool itself, let it do what it's doing to your settings. Well, people.
And Sarah, I know how important this has become now in fixed operations to payments, because when it makes its way to the cover of Fixed Ops magazine, which, as you could see, you've got not just one person on this panel, Julie Douglas, the face of modern payment convenience, on the cover of Fixed Ops magazine, and Ed Roberts, 2 people on the panel here. You are right here, but again, not as big a
That's a little.
Julie, this has become super important in automotive.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, it really has gotten a lot more traction. Payments used to just be a commodity. We got paid. I hope it made it to the day. So I'm glad that we're able to be here with you guys today and talk about it.
So exciting, Ted. And again, the energy is electric here today. So many incredible conversations. Thank you, Julie Douglas, for being part of this conversation with Ed Roberts and the Rohrman Automotive team of Ricky Perez and, of course, Nick Ruffolo. Ted, it's so exciting.
We'll be right back, everybody.